head, neck, and trunk straight. Chin is parallel to the floor. Let's begin Kapalabhati, either at your own pace or matching my rhythm. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Savitorvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurvaswaha Tat Savitorvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurvaswaha Tat Savitorvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurvaswaha Tat Savitorvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurvaswaha Tat Savitorvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat Om Bhurvaswaha Tat Savitorvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. And go ahead and begin whatever pranayama practice you're choosing to do this evening. very cognizant of what's happening with the breath. Now feel free to stay here if this is what is feeling appropriate for you. If you're ready to move into nature vayama, by all means, let's go. So if we're moving into nature vayama, placing an imaginary ruler vertically in front of the eyes, opening the eyes, sliding the eyes to the top, one line to the bottom, continuing up and down. Next time the eyes approach the top, center, blink, and check. Placing that roller horizontally Opening the eyes, sliding the eyes to the right. One line to the left. Continuing back and forth. Next time the eyes approach the right center, blink and shut. Allowing the eyes to remain shut, begin to make disc around the back, around the head, traveling to the left. So try to make the disc parallel to the floor, to the ceiling. Next time the eyes approach the starting point, allowing the eyes to stop, and then immediately reverse those discs. And the next time the eyes approach the starting point, allowing the eyes to stop. Softening to the back of the skull, bringing the palms together. Rubbing the palms together, giving lots of heat, lots of energy. And when you're ready, cup the palms over the eyes, taking the energy from the crown chakra, directing it to the arms, the palms, back into the eyes. And then once the heat begins to dissipate, gently give the eyes, temples, cheeks, anywhere that needs any extra touch, any extra healing. And when you're ready, go ahead, open the eyes, push the legs forward, give the legs a little shake. You do not have to use a block, but so from here, give the legs a shake, draw it into, so if you're comfortable in a squat, go ahead and sit in a squat. If you need to, you can sit on a blanket. That'll lift, so you place it just underneath the heels, middle of the arch, or you can sit on a block. So we've got lots of options. So the first thing, and then the hands can stay on the floor, and you're just gonna alternate between pushing the right leg out and the left leg out. So you pick a pace that you're going to commit to, and then commit to it. Okay. What up, Buttercup?
Is that what it says?
That's from Kelsey. Good evening, Dr. Bradshaw. Mimi is present. Greetings, Miss Conway. So we have legs on the table tonight from Buttercup. Buttercup herself. She said, "Don't tell anyone I requested it."
She called you out, Blue? Sorry, at least it's not planks. You'd be alright.
You might throw some planks in. She asked for some belly work too.
All's good.
Some secrets I can hold dear. Other ones, I shove in my mouth and come out.
I'm like that with surprises. I'm always like, I have a surprise, you know what it is? And they're like, what's that? You mean you don't have a surprise, you just have something to say? I'm terrible. I bought Goji all these things, and then Ash was like, oh, we'll have to wait until she comes over, and then she was on FaceTime. I was like, Goji, I have a surprise for you, go see it. Ash was like, you're terrible. We just confirmed that this was a real surprise. It's whatever.
Why postpone your happiness?
Oh, I know. I mean, how exciting. It was, you know those Snuggies?
Mm-hmm.
It was a mermaid tail.
give it away.
True that. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Kelsey said snitches get stitches. I keep the real juicy stuff. Keep it moving. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. Darden, Parviz has a shirt on for you again tonight. Every little thing.
Starting like Bob Marley? Starting like Bob Marley?
She does now.
Darden smokes blunts every night.
Heard.
Me too, darling.
That's too funny. I'd be highly entertained by this video though.
She said, yep, I do, Collie. She's sparking up now.
Get motivated for leg day.
She's like, oh, I'm so fast. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whichever leg you have out, keep it out. So I want you to stay on the blocks because I want you to stay honest. And you're just going to lower up and down. You can keep the hands on the floor. So draw the toes back towards the shin and just go up. I do not want you leaning back. If you start to lean back, you're going to fall off the block, and that means you're getting, we want the quads to activate here.
So if you can hold the shin.
Yes, yeah, you can hold the shin as well too. Keep those. Now point the toes and keep it moving. Pick the position that you like the best and lift and hold. 9, 10, 8, 7. Keep the spine long. 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Pull it back in. Second leg goes out. Toes towards the shin. Find the position for the hands and keep it going up and down. Keep the spine long, don't rock it back. You should be able to feel if you start going back on the tailbone. I want you on the sitting bones. Point the toes, keep lifting. Foot up, right foot down, left foot up, alternating between the two. So you're in some sort of a chair pose, and I want you to stay in the chair pose and just lift the foot up. So don't change the chair pose, just lift the foot up. Keep committed to that chair pose. Freezing again. Okay, let's keep it going, guys. I switched again, so hopefully this will work. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need to finish it out, finish it out. Take the 2 blocks. So on the highest level, get a nice little bend in the left leg, push the right leg up. Let's try to have the right leg parallel to the floor, and I want you to bring the heel to the butt and push it straight. So for you folks at home, I switched to my cell phone carrier.
We can always try my phone if we need to as well.
Try what?
Try my phone.
Like just
We can go live from mine. We can try going live from my phone if we needed to.
because it does look like you're frozen there. Like the whole thing is frozen. Keep it moving. Heel to the butt. And push it straight. Heel to the butt and push it straight. Okay, so that's better at the moment right now, so hopefully. Okay, the next time you push the leg straight, keep it straight. Just move the ankle and make some circles. Try to keep the leg as straight as you can. Just make some circles. Reverse the circles. pause, toes to the shin, toes to the wall behind you. Toes to the shin, toes to the wall behind you. Keep a little bend in that left leg. Toes towards the shin. Lower it down. Second leg goes up. Bend in the right leg, and you start drawing the heel to the butt and pushing it out. This is actually a really nice, safe way to get some flexibility in the hamstrings. Try to keep the hip pointers level as you do it. Keep it moving. Okay, the leg goes straight, circles with the ankles. Keep a bend in that right leg now. Reverse the circles. Pause, toes to the shin, toes to the wall behind you. Try to keep that thigh parallel. A few more like this. Okay, toes towards the shin. Bring that leg forward. Take a block. Press it up, so get it really wedged in the thighs. And you want to squeeze it so tightly that if I were to come by, I wouldn't be able to pull it out from in between the legs. Okay, so from here, so you're just going to alternate. So try to keep the fingertips, take the fingertips lower to the ground. So the fingertips stay on there. Bring it up. Push it up. Take it down. Drop, up, push it up, lower down, squeeze it, so keep it going.
Are you going into chair of one movement or bending and then lifting?
Bending and then lifting.
Okay.
few more times like this. The next time you get to chair, pause. So now the same thing that we did earlier, so lift the right leg up, left leg up, right and left. So it doesn't have to be a huge lift, but try to keep squeezing that block. Keep pushing the tailbone back. Finish out the set, drop into a nice chair, pause there. From here, push it all the way up, walk it forward so that you are in downward facing dog. Keep that block there. Come to a forward plank. So first we're just going to start forward plank and back into downward facing dog. Keep squeezing that block. Forward plank. Press back, downward facing dog. So now you continue doing that on your own for a few times. You can continue this way perfectly fine. If when you come to a forward plank, you want to lift the right hand up. Maybe it's just a little bit. Maybe you want to lift the left hand up the next time you come forward. So continue that way. You decide. You pick out whatever level you want to lift, however much you want to move the right hand, left hand. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to lift it slightly off the ground. Maybe you want to bring it up like a stop sign. Maybe you want to extend it out. We have options. Keep squeezing the block. $18, $17, $16, $15, $14, $13, $12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need to finish it out, finish it out. Press back, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, so go ahead and remove the block. Keep it handy, or maybe off. So from downward facing dog, bring your left leg out, so it's just to the outside or edge of the mat. Right leg, chair pose.
Just wide legs.
Yeah, wide legs. Hands down, press back, downward facing dog. Left leg first, because we stepped up with the left leg. Now we're going to bring the right leg up. And then we're going to bring the left leg up, back to a wide leg chair. Pause. So if you can, try to have the thighs parallel to the floor. You can parallel the feet. And release, step it back. Okay, now you're going to alternate. So you're not really staying here, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Take a pace. Is that better, Mimi? Let's see. $18, $17, $16, $15. Is that better? $14, $13, $12. $11, $9, $8, $7, $6, $5, $4, $3, $2, $1. Press it back, downward facing dog. Immediately from downward facing dog, drop to the knees. Right leg lifts and you begin to pump. If you want, you can bring the left hand up and hold it like a stop sign. And you pump. Keep it pumping. Straight up and down. This is for the nervous system. I sneezed.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Okay, pause with that leg lifted. Lower the hand, keep the leg lifted. Press back. Downward facing dog. Lower back. Downward facing dog. If you don't need to, you don't have to drop the knee to the floor. It can just hover above. So we go up and down. 18. 17. 16. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower down. Second leg goes up and you begin to pump. Same thing if you want to bring the opposite hand up into that prayer pose, go for it, but it is certainly not required. And just keep pumping. I was thinking earlier about this. I thought it was a very beautiful story about Swami Rama. There was one of his students in India who was, so Swami Rama wasn't with him. He wasn't in the vicinity. And he was on his way to, I think, see him at the hospital, but he was a few towns over. And he was walking into some building, and he saw this, what he thought was a big stick on the sidewalk there. So he thought, oh, let me pick up that stick and move it to the side because I don't want anyone to trip on it. And as he picked it up, he realized he had picked a snake up. And he immediately apologized to the snake for disturbing the snake. And then he set the snake down, and the snake, he wasn't hurt at all. And when he went to see Swami Rama a couple days later, so remember, Swami Rama wasn't with him. Swamiji wasn't with him. But when he first got there, one of the things he said was that you realize that beings know if you're going to hurt them. If they know that you're not going to hurt them, they have no reason to hurt you. And he went on to explain, even though he wasn't there, but physically he wasn't there with him. But he was explaining to him that the snake felt your sincere sorry. So there was no reason to strike back. There was no reason to attack you. So if animals can feel that, what do us humans feel from each other? When we judge, when we criticize, when we condemn, when we berate, when we belittle. We don't even have to say anything. The message gets across very clearly. Pause, hand down, up and down you go. This is why it is so important that we must clean the heart. We have all of our attachments, all of our aversions. They reside in the heart. How can we possibly let the God light shine? If I have bomb curtains up, right, like they did in World War II, and they did in different wars, so that you couldn't see the light. That's what we have. We have this, our heart is so full of these contaminants that there's no way we can see the God light. We walk around thinking we're so much better than someone. It's from our own distorted, confused mind. The moment you think that you're better, that you judge, that you create some sort of separation, one, you're effectively saying, I don't believe in karma and reincarnation. I don't believe that the world is just. I don't believe that this world is not chaotic. Couple more times here. Okay, the next time you lower, stay down. Right arm comes out, left leg. See if you can glide them past each other. And maybe you can even swing the leg forward a little bit. Push it out, switch. And you can use a block too, or blocks if you want. Maybe between the left and the right. Because the way the mind thinks is directly related to what the heart feels. And we judge, we condemn, we criticize others because of our own sense of lack. If you love yourself, if you're comfortable with yourself, you don't need to judge, condemn, or criticize others. And when I say judge, I'm talking about with this aversion in your heart. I'm talking about with this attachment in your heart. Keep it going between the two sides. It's what we were saying last night with the apples, right? You may prefer a gala, but you don't walk around talking about how much you hate the Macintosh. But that's what we do with people. I prefer this person, so I have to be disgusted with this person. I prefer this, so I have to be disgusted with that. That means that you can't say that God is everywhere and everything and all powerful if you're disgusted with things. Yeah, you can say, I don't want to eat a rotten apple. Okay, yeah, I don't want to hang out with a crack whore. It's not my preference. But I'm not disgusted. I don't hate the crack whore. Whichever leg and arm you've got in, squeeze it in and pause. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it out. Get that extension. You can stay here or you can hook the foot. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. If you've got the top of the foot, really press the hand into the foot and the foot into the hand. Fire it up a little more. That's nice, Barbies. A bit more. Make it active. Couple more breaths. Release, get that extension again. Lower down, switch sides. So we cross, we try to bring the Elbow and knee past each other, squeezing together. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it away. You can stay there. You can hook the foot. You decide. If you really start examining your behaviors, you really start examining your thoughts, your feelings, you will find that many of them come from some feeling of lack, because you have disconnected from that which you are. So if I'm lacking, I have to take something from someone else to make up for my lack. Whether it be attention, whether it be cutting someone's head off to make yourself taller, and there are several ways that we can seek attention. Maybe we seek food, maybe we seek shopping, maybe we seek adoration, maybe we seek orgasms. Release, get that extension. Down, so back to all fours. Okay, now come press through the balls of the feet. And I want you to lift up just so the shins are parallel to the floor. Pause. Lift up maybe a couple more inches. So slide it up into that spot where you feel where it feels nice, where it feels interesting, and then lower it down to their parallel again. Try to keep the navel drawing back towards the spine. Going up and down.
Do you pause at all, or you're just...
No, just continuous, nice and slow.
Oh, okay.
If you feel like pausing, yeah, pause. But if you can keep the movement nice and slow, go for it. But we judge with contempt in our heart because we need to feel better about ourselves. But if that snake knew that this person meant him no harm, how much damage do we do to the world on a daily basis? A lot. And we need to start taking responsibility for our part in this drama. Find a position that's challenging for you and stay there. 18, 17, 16. We blame others because we don't want to say, fuck. I got a lot of shit up here I need to work out. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, take the blocks if you need them, highest level, second level, first level, it doesn't really matter, or not, whatever works. Right leg crosses over, you push it out, or it just wraps around. And then the left leg, same thing. So you decide, alternating between the two. If you can take the leg out to the side straight, go for it. And you'll notice differences between the two sides.
Do you want to take it straight?
If you
and
can.
then bring it in, or just?
If you can take it straight, so if you're taking it out like to the side and you can take it all the way out
Oh,
and then bring it back,
and then
and then you would switch sides. Yeah, and if you can keep it off the ground, keep it off the ground.
gotcha.
So we have this section coming up. What we need to remember is that the politicians are a reflection of us. So it doesn't matter what party they belong to, they reflect us. We have all these wars happening in the world because we have wars happening within ourselves. How can we expect the world to be peaceful when we are so full of hate and agitations? How can we expect there to be enough for everyone when we ourselves are so full of lack and are greedy and clinging to things and holding on to things? As within, without. You want to change the politicians, you must change who you are first. They're a direct connection to who we are as a people, and it is our karma as a group to have. If we were a righteous people, we would have righteous leaders. The bottom line. We are full of hate, we are full of licentiousness, we are full of greed, we are full of constant lies. The media lies to us all the time. We believe it. We lie to others. We steal all the time. We take things that aren't ours. But then we walk around condemning others like we're so righteous. Okay, when the right leg comes in front, keep it there. So if you can squeeze the legs together at this point, go for it. Right hand down, left arm up. Block if you need it. We need inner transformation. Social reform doesn't last. If social reform lasted, all the social reforms that we've had in our history, we wouldn't have to keep going back and repeating the same nonsense. Social reform doesn't work, doesn't last, because we need inner transformation. Left hand down, right arm up. So what is in your heart? What is in your mind? What are you doing to the world? Let's be honest. Only when we're honest, only when we're real can we start doing something about it. Come on. Okay, now come back through center. You can keep the hands on the blocks, that's perfectly fine. You can take the right arm underneath, that's fine too. You can just take the arms straight up. Whatever is working.
Which arm goes underneath?
Right. In reality, everything is going to be all right. And it will be more all right the less you live in a world of duality. The more you live in a world of duality, the more miserable and suffering you will have to deal with. Because the world will look like a really rotten place where there's no righteousness, where there's no justice. God is neutral. God resides within each and every one of us, the Atman. Why aren't we neutral? Because we're laden with our aversions. We're laden with our attachments. Go ahead and release. Switch it so the opposite leg's in that lead position. Left hand down, right arm. Block if you need it.
Feels nice in the glutes.
Doesn't it?
Yes.
It's a really good hip stretch. So are you working for social reform or inner transformation? Are you working for this Band-Aid? Are you working to rip it off and start dealing so we know what that wound is that we're dealing with? So we start putting that colloidal silver in there. We're starting to heal it. Switch the arms. Next time you start spinning out of control, pause. Ask yourself why you're not believing that God has control. Why you aren't believing that as you sow, so shall you reap. Why are you not staying neutral? Why do you feel that you know better than God's plan? What makes you so superior?
You know, it's been 1 week since you asked that question. You were like, ask yourself internally, like 1 through 10.
Mm-hmm.
You asked that last Tuesday, you know?
Did I really?
Yeah, because it's been driving my brain crazy ever since then. And then you just mentioned it again. It's like, right? Right? I was just telling Paravisa this afternoon, like, that question she asked is driving me nuts. Like, I think about it all the time. Like, why don't I just believe? Like, what is wrong with me? I was like, what did you answer? I answered like a solid 7. I know I'm not at a 10, but I'm really fucking close.
And then release, push it up, left arm underneath.
It's just funny, it's 1 week apart.
That's interesting.
I know, you know that shit, but you don't know you know that shit.
It's our weekly check-in.
Yeah, right? It's your weekly check-in. Where you at, girl? Where's your scoreboard?
It's a solid question.
It is solid.
I'm thinking about it too.
And think of how much freedom that gives us when we really know that God's got it all under control. Everything is happening exactly as it should happen. We just get to control our reaction to it. A few more breaths. And release. Unwind. Take it back to all fours. Okay, bring the right leg forward. You can use the blocks if you want. Turn the right toes towards the corner of the mat. Shimmy the left leg back as straight as you can. Drop the right foot to its side. You can stay high, you can drop low, you can use blocks. So going back to the snake again. So if the snake could feel the energy of this individual, my question to you is, when you were around plants, animals, humans, what energy do they feel from you? Because the energy they feel is also the energy you are giving all of planet Earth and beyond. You know, our closing prayer, and I love it so much, may all be free from suffering. We're not asking for the pain to be taken away because we have karma that we have to pay back, but we're asking for right understanding. And when we have right understanding, we help the world so much more. We're not adding to the pain in the world, the suffering in the world. Go ahead, release. Take it back. One resting breath and switch sides. alleviating our suffering. And we have suffering because we think the wrong way. We have wrong thoughts. Wrong thoughts are thinking that we're a victim. Wrong thoughts are thinking that God is not in control. Wrong thoughts are thinking that we're better than someone else. When we really get in there and start looking, like we said, it's coming from black. When you feel completely okay with who you are, you're okay with who everyone else is as well. And then when they are near you, they can feel that from you. That's one thing you always hear about the saints and sages. Everyone always feels so much love in their presence. It's tangible. But hate is also tangible. When you leave a room, you've left energy behind in that room. Do the people feel there? Do the animals feel there? The planets feel there? Do they feel that you weren't trying to hurt them? Hurt doesn't just mean physical. We hurt people with our thoughts. Go ahead and release. Push back to all fours. Do a few cat and cows. Next thing you come through neutral, pause in neutral. Swing the legs whichever way you don't want to swing them. Pull the legs back immediately. Let's go into Pada Konasana.
Me not having my glasses on, I thought the heart on your shirt was sweat.
No, I'm not sweating.
I am hot.
Okay, let's move into Baddha Konasana. So slide the right foot, so the heels in line. I'll do mirror image. The heels in line with right, and so it would be the tailbone. Push the left leg out, and then take it down. The goal of your life is to leave the world better because you were here. But we have to start small. So when you walk into a room, do you leave it better because you were there? And the mind that you have will be the mind that you come back with. So if you died right now, would the mind be better than the mind you came here with? I'm not talking about worldly knowledge. I'm not talking that you know more than you did when you were 5 years old. I'm talking, if you see something that needs to be done, can you do it with love in your heart? Do you have more love in your heart for yourself and for others? That's how you leave the world a better place, because you make the mind better, because you start removing some of the contaminants in the heart. Come back to Baddha Konasana. But not only are we not removing them, we're adding to them. Switch it, so now we're going to go into Janushirasana with the second leg. So slide it in so it's in line with the tailbone. Push the second leg out. So if you have a disgust for something and you surround yourself with people that also have that same disgust, you are making that contaminant so much stronger. And you, my friend, are not making yourself a better person. You're not making the world a better place. You're not making the heart better. You are not making the mind better. So you know what your job is. All the other jobs you have are temporary jobs. And you will do every single one of those temporary jobs better if you are doing this job. With the inhalation, bring it up. Push both legs forward. Paschimottanasana. With the inhalation, bring your right leg with you. Go into a twist. Twist it to the second side.
Excuse me. That was deep.
You're your own monster.
I was gonna say that was deep.
Both ways.
Right?
There's no difference.
And unwind, push the legs forward. Paschimottanasana one more time. And then with the inhalation, go ahead and bring it up. And come to the back and let's get ready for relaxation. When we get to the back, making any adjustments. So the body can become totally quiet. Totally still. And then we allow the space at the crown of the head to relax. The space in between the eyebrows, relax. Temples, relax. Eyes, nose, mouth, relax. Chin, jawline, ears, relax. Neck, throat, relax. Shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, relax. Wrist, palms, fingers, relax. Tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, relax. Chest, belly, all the internal organs, relax. Hips, buttocks, relax. Thighs, knees, shins, calves, relax. Ankles, heels, arches, tops of the feet, balls of the feet, toes, relax. The entire entire body has become totally, completely relaxed. As spiritual seekers, we don't need to be bound by planets, astrology, this and that. We should know, I am seeking the help from the highest one. Day by day, I am coming closer and closer and closer to God. I completely trust in God. Nothing can happen to me, you may say, but things do happen to me. They happen because you don't have that kind of faith. If things happen, even with such faith, then say yes. God is making this happen for my benefit. Accept it. My God is giving me these experiences for my benefit. Maybe it has to be that way. I must go through this. I have to be rubbed and I have to be scrubbed. If you have that kind of trust, everything is easy. If not, it's very difficult. That's why if there is one quality a seeker must have, it is unshakable faith. If you have faith, you don't need to worry about anything. You will be given the strength to accept everything. If I believe in him, I have given myself into his hands. Whatever happens, happens because he allows it to happen, and it is for my good. If it were not for my good, why should he allow it to happen? Is he not powerful? Am I not his beloved? That's what you call true devotion. That is what you call true faith in God. Now returning to the breath, directing it to the toes and the fingers. Gently begin to wiggle them, allowing the body to stretch and to move. And when it is ready, bringing it to a seated posture. Triambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Orva rukmiva bandhanam Mrityor mokshiyam amritat Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Orva rukmiva bandhanam Mrityor mokshiyam amritat Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Orva rukmiva bandhanam Mrityor mokshiyam amritat Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Orva rukmiva bandhanam Mrityor mokshiyam amritat Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Orva rukmiva bandhanam Mrityor mokshiyam amritat Om Yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Orva rukmiva bandhanam Mrityor mokshiyam amritat Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe 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 Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim 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 Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrtyomukshiyamamritat. Mokshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Orva Rukmiva Bandhanam Mrijor Mokshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Orva Rukmiva Bandhanam Mrijor Mokshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Orva Rukmiva Bandhanam Mrijor Mokshiyamamritat. Tvameva Japita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Tvameva Tvameva Sarva Mama Deva Deva Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Ashantu Ma Kashchid Dukkha Bhakbhavet Om Shanti Shanti. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all experience prosperity in everything. May be free from suffering. Om peace, peace, peace. Let me cherish those that God cherishes. Let me forgive those that God. Let me serve those that God serves. Let me love those that God loves. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you.